Here's a sample squeeze page that we had set up for motivated sellers in the Los Angeles market, right? Check out the Facebook training videos on how this all works, but I'm just doing a quick recap so we can transition and this all makes sense. These are squeeze pages that we have used to recruit bird dogs, right? So we have a Home Depot looking squeeze page on there, and it says how to go from weekend handyman to full time real estate investor. Here is a Walter White or Breaking Bad TV series. We found a Facebook fan page with about 3 million Facebook fans on Breaking Bad. And from there, we targeted people that live in the areas where I'm looking to buy deals or to get properties locked up for our wholesaling operation. And so this is a squeeze page that we had used, again, building on the branding of Breaking Bad. This says turn meth houses into cash, right? So for those of you that are a fan of the TV series and show, you know what I'm talking about. Other squeeze pages, this is a travel one that we had used. We targeted people on a travel fan page on Facebook, and it says seeking 10 go-getters in Los Angeles who have a passion for travel and real estate. Get started today and land your dream 30-day getaway in paradise. This is a location out in the Philippines, and based on the average wholesale fee, you could live like a king here for about 30 days. It's pink because we are targeting women. Taking a look at the Facebook fan page, most of the people sharing and commenting were actually women, right? And so we colored it pink. Last fan page here is Are You a Community Builder? This was from a Habitat for Humanity fan page, okay? So we're looking for passionate and ambitious candidates. Discover how you can rebuild distressed communities and make some extra dollars or some extra cash. Okay, we already know people that love or volunteer for Habitat for Humanity are hands-on and they like to build a community. So ideally, that's a good candidate for a bird dog or a property scout since they're out in the neighborhoods. They currently work on properties and are willing to spend their weekends um, for free, right? I mean, there's no monetary upside to this. It's just purely, it's all good for the soul. It's the good vibes and giving back to the community, right? And so we wanted to target the people within that group who are ambitious and are looking for an income upside to monetize all this for them, right? So the next question that we got after the Facebook series is where do you get all the people to send to this? Well, one is the Facebook fan page. That's one right there, right? Follow the Facebook training videos because we actually show you step by step on how to put together your own Facebook fan page and your paid marketing campaign. Remember, if you're going for a Facebook like, do not spend more than 5 cents per acquisition or per like. So 1 cent to 5 cents. Okay, that's how much it costs us to get the likes. For an opt-in on this particular squeeze page, we're ranging anywhere from about $1 to $5 in opt-in. Really, you can get it closer. You can still get it closer to $1 following the strategy because wholesalers and investors really just aren't doing it right. They end up they spend most of their time wondering why their direct mail is not working or at least struggling with other parts of the business marketing wise. It's an overlooked niche, basically, right? So, other than Facebook fan pages, I'm going to direct you guys over to Craigslist.com and share with you another source of property scouts and bird dogs that can send you leads, deals, or work with you, work for you, partner with you, or just volunteer for your particular business, right? Interns is another great option there if you can't afford to hire somebody full time. So we've got this one, and let's go over to Craigslist.com. All right. Here's a sample Craigslist market, and you're going to pick a territory or a marketplace that you are currently active in, or a territory that you want to do deals. Okay. So what we're doing right now is we're going to build a list of bird dogs, prospects, candidates in a certain territory or area. And if you notice on here, I went to the real estate jobs section. Okay, so that's the first place I'm going to start, the real estate job section. You're going to find licensed agents, licensed brokers, appraisers, mortgage lenders, people in the industry, professionals. But you will also find people that are not licensed that are looking to get into real estate. These are people that are looking for desk jobs, assistant jobs. I'll answer your phone. I will become your assistant for free if I can learn as you go about this whole real estate investing experience, right? And so you're going to get a mix of both, right? And if you notice on here, credit, there's even a health and weight loss nutrition coaches under real estate. Weird, right? But what I'm looking for here is definitely ads, and there are a lot of ads, but very minimal. So that's a good thing. Now you will need a Craigslist account, and you will need a Gmail account to place all these ads under. Okay, so questions. Mike Minham, Robin, thanks. Good morning. Oh, Bill asked a question. You know what? Yeah, I'll redirect that back to Bill in your second. I missed your guys' chat line. Cynthia, I will retype the phone number here for you. We will re-loop back to Bill with regards to the questions on his section. Let's get this post done first. So, I have my territory that I'm going to advertise for bird dogs. Okay. And you will do this in the real estate job section. Okay. And I will do a post. Okay. So I'm going to go under job offered. Okay. Please do include the following. You're going to want to read the do's and don'ts on here. No problemo. I will abide by these guidelines and I will target real estate jobs, right? Again, I'm looking for somebody interested in real estate, wants to get into real estate, or already active in real estate, right? There's always a place in our business for investor friendly agents and brokers. Now, you will need a Gmail account for this, and I highly recommend you set up an entirely different Gmail account to do your online recruiting. That way, these emails don't get mixed up with your day to day operations. I will do my Craigslist mail relay. That's no problem. Users can also contact me by phone or text. Now, if you're the type of local operation that has an admin or a local office that people can call, fill that in, right? In my business model, I do not have the time to take all these phone calls. And we do this in an automated fashion. So from this ad, there's an autoresponder that builds all the relationships with these bird dogs and trains them digitally. So that way it's less work or close to no work on my plate, and it's a scalable system, right? So posting title, let's get the ad placed on here. Property, file processing, inspectors. Okay. Specific location, you're going to type in the location of your target area. Postal code definitely helps if you know the postal code. I'm just going to leave that one blank for now, and I will copy paste my ad on here. Gil, where are you getting all the info to copy paste? I have a cheat sheet on here for my actual ad. So I'm copy pasting all this info that you guys see right here. If you guys want copies to the ad, type in your email in the chat box, and I will go ahead and send you this particular ad. Okay. All right, so let's take a look at the ad here. For more information, submit inquiries and submit ad inquiries, resume information via email. Replying to this ad, only applications sent will be reviewed. Local real estate company seeks new deal finders, customer service reps, and marketing teams. In your area, if you can say bird dog, put property scout, tomato, whatever is relevant and most applicable in your area or marketplace. We take pride in our hands-on and ongoing training program, yada yada, and let's just edit this ad so that it's easy to read. Part-time, full-time, depending on your current schedule. You can do this in the afternoons, in the evenings, and or graveyard. Why do I say graveyard? We have property scouts, bird dogs, volunteers that will scrape data, will mine local county records or online resources, compiling databases. For example, the code violations list. I have heard good feedback from investors who are able to pull these types of lists online, especially if you're in a major or pretty big market worth checking out, right? That is a mailing list that could be very unique to your area, since most educators in the real estate space would automatically tell you to target vacant or absentee. So we got the ad on here. Compensation, please be as detailed as possible based on experience. You can put different things on there, whatever would apply to your business. We used to have an hourly, a base plus bonuses per position if you're just getting started out, commission only, hourly plus bonuses, whatever the comp plan is for your particular area, right? Telecommuting is okay, part-time is okay. All right. You can, and again, if there's anything else that's applicable on here, if you have an office space, put your office space on there and just hit continue. Add any images about your company if you'd like. For this particular session, we don't need to, right? Okay, so now that the ad is there, all right, we will go publish the ad. I don't recommend you put your phone number there for people to call unless you have an answering service or an admin. Okay, so the email was sent. Now we just have to go ahead and confirm the email so that we can get our ad up and running. Are all locations free? No, they aren't. Some areas you will have to pay, and that's okay. Craigslist, the most that I've seen it go for is $25. And in my business, I know it's worth it. This brought us an additional 8 deals in the last 12 months. So let's say it cost me $25 to post a month to build out this pipeline. Over the course of those 8 transactions, we have definitely made our marketing dollars back directly in the form of wholesale deals. If you are an educator or a local wholesaler with a training program in your area, whether you charge for the workshop or a subscription, that is another way that you can monetize that particular list, right? What most people don't realize is that a lot of the big wholesalers and educators that you see out there, Cameron Dunlap, Joe Crump, Sean Terry, Joe McCall, Cantwell, Cochran, Chris McLaughlin out on the East Coast, they're all affiliate and internet marketers. They sell products, they sell coaching, they sell newsletters, they're selling something, and they are generating an income, additional revenue from their rinky-dink websites, or at least to float the business. Maybe it's to keep the lights on. Actually, most people in the internet marketing space will outperform and actually do better revenue-wise, right? Until you have your deal flow, unless you're closing multiple deals a month. But that is another way you can maximize and build out this particular list. So I'm just going to go ahead and log into my account, verify this particular ad. Yes, that's correct. $25 if you were to pay for an ad. In my experience, it is worth it. I've tested this in multiple markets nationwide. A whole bunch of them. And so far it's worked great. So you will get an email. So this is a sample of an ad, an email account that I use, again, just specifically for recruiting and hiring bird dogs, property scouts, distressed property specialists. So if you see on there, we're getting constant, we're constantly getting people applying and signing up. Sometimes you're better off finding a good accountability partner or local go-to partner in this channel, since none of your friends and family want to work for free or help build the business. Click this link to confirm and verify the ad. Okay, accept the terms of use. All right, thanks for posting us. We really appreciate it. And if I go into this particular area, I should be able to see my ad placed, right? Nice. I mean, if you look on your classes, workshops, all that kind of stuff. So just depends on your local territory. I definitely recommend you try it in your local areas to see what your response will be. Now, let's say you live in middle of nowhere America, right? Extremely rural, but you do have access to the internet. You have one of those satellite dishes. So let's say there's only 100 people in your local market. Not a very good sample size to target for a bird dog network. You can build out this network in other markets, right? And do deals 100% virtually by leveraging, again, the local presence and these bird dogs or these property scouts in that particular area or territory. I always say your worst case scenario should be on any leads that you generate. Even here in California, you can make a $500 marketing or referral fee for sending a lead over to a realtor who can help the homeowner list the property and get it sold, right? So even if it costs you 25 bucks for the whole year, I'm sorry, 25 bucks times 12, 300 bucks. If you only sold one lead from this entire network, then that would still put you on a positive 200 bucks at the end of the day. And you can use that budget towards higher quality leads and other forms of marketing. Okay. And that's really all there is to it. Placing an ad on Craigslist and recruiting. The reason why we share this is because most of the people that go on Craigslist are copy pasting ads for leads, which is great, or they are posting ads as we buy houses companies, right? Now in Los Angeles, I can tell you, um, I would be surprised if you've gotten a single lead off of Craigslist by posting a we buy houses ad, just because the entire section of Craigslist has been spammed with those types of ads, right? So if you're looking to find a we buy houses or a motivated seller, we have higher success finding motivated seller leads by posting in the real estate section, because what this is going to do is it's going to put eyeballs on that particular ad. And then they're going to land on a web page, something like this, right? That ask for a name and email to opt in for some real estate training, or you can check out, or they can have a formal company website like this, okay, about the We Buy Houses company messaging. Enter your name and email, right? And so because of the eyeballs looking at this particular ad, you will get referrals and leads from these candidates, right? And now you have a dedicated and captured audience who can refer these particular leads off of you. So instead of going in the section of Craigslist that has been spammed to death by the thousands of people flocking to the hotels for a 2-day workshop seminar, and they tell people to post an ad on Craigslist for We Buy Houses, right? Post it in the other section where you have dedicated eyeballs, right? And we'll get better traction on your online ads placement. So I would rather place an ad in the real estate jobs category section to recruit property scouts and bird dogs, because even if they do not sign up and become a property scout on bird dog directly, they may very well have a property themselves, or will know somebody and can refer that over to us, right? Exceptionally effective in metropolitan and high busy, super competitive areas, right? So again, that's based on my experience. Over the course of under 12 months, over 700 people had responded to that rinky-dink ad and other variations of it. and an additional 8 deals that we had done, not spending any of our own marketing and any of our own time. So I will post a copy of this ad, downloadable Craigslist ad for Property Scouts and Bird Dog Network. So definitely try it out in your local area. See how many emails you get, right? I recommend posting this on Tuesdays and Fridays. Fridays especially, since you get the weekend traffic on people shopping online, and you'll get more hits. If I get over 30 replies throughout the weekend, that is awesome. I'm really, that tells me to keep farming this particular area, and we have to build it out because there are dedicated eyeballs looking at our ads for deals and for our bird dog or property scout network. Okay. We also use Craigslist for this, so I'll put that in the notes. Awesome. Any questions related to this? Type it in the control panel. And awesome. We got a ton of emails here. Cynthia, Tony, Jonathan, Bob, friend would like my email. Some of you guys' names are registered under friend. I wish there was a first name on there. Yes, please send. Awesome. So we will definitely send that one over. Mike, yes, that's correct. I think it's actually Dolmar's site. I think Dolmar purchased it from those guys. I believe Andy P was the original, and then Dolmar bought it, took it over. But that is yes, correct. It's from that network. And we've made some modifications since this squeeze page right here went out into the mainstream market. And so everybody was looking at it, and we had to make some modifications. So at the end of the day, you always want to test it out, right? I mean, product launches are just great for the first 30, 45, 60 days. After that, it all tends to die down and everybody stops applying the concepts or they get lazy for whatever reason. There's a fallout rate, right? And so just like a property listed on the MLS, we don't jump on a new listed property. We will tell the agent to call us after it's fallen out of escrow. That way, we don't compete in the bloodbath and we come in and save the day, and the competition's already tired of negotiating, they've walked away, they now call us, right? So if your competitors are using this exact squeeze page, change it up, modify it, put a video on there, or just stay consistent with it, because eventually they will drop the ball. And that's really what preparation and luck is all about. You want to be ready at that time when your competition drops the ball, does not place their ads, and you can maximize on it. Okay, so Mr. Serrano, let me get you unmuted. I know you had some follow-up questions there for Bill. If you have any questions related to this particular strategy, pretty simple and straightforward. But if you have any clarifications, type it in so we can address it on this session. Bill, I will unmute you, and Mr. Henry, I will unmute you as well. I talked to you this morning, so I know you've got. Are you still on? Maybe he's not on the session anymore. Oh, I don't think he's on the session anymore. It looks like he had to jump off. But all right. What's your autoresponder of choice? I personally use GetResponse for my autoresponder. If you are doing mass emails, hundreds of thousands a month, check out Ontraport, ONTRAPORT. Most of you on this session will never come close to Ontraport, or will never need that type, right? I simply use GetResponse for these campaigns. Works great, and it's really nice on there. So you know what? Let's put GetResponse on here. Can't see the squeeze page or link. I think I am showing my screen, so hopefully you guys can see it now. I'm in Southern California. Cynthia, I'm in Southern California, hold a real estate license, haven't been active as an agent for a while. Can someone like this act as both realtor and investor at the same time? or is it just best to play one or the other? Just want your opinion on this. Thanks. Cynthia, if you have to go through the whole process, where are the people typing in the messages and go to webinar? I don't see them. BJ, there's a question or a chat line in the go to webinar control panel, kind of navigated on there. I can't, it doesn't show when you broadcast on the session, but it is on the questions and chat line. Cynthia, if you have to go through recertification or pay a whole bunch of fees, it can be really expensive in Southern California. I think it's like $500 to become to join an association, to the MLS fees. And if you are in bootstrap mode, I would recommend just purchasing marketing. Because you are licensed or you were licensed, you would already have previous relationships with agents or brokers who you can pass these leads on to, and they can easily list the property and you guys can work out compensation at that point. But if I were to choose between marketing or licensing, I would always go with marketing. I have talked to people in the past that have spent literally the last 6 months just trying to get licensed. And at the end of the 6 month period, they still have to launch marketing. So for me, it's like, I don't know, it's a lot of time that goes, you could easily maximize that for better use. Bill, what's your take? How should she approach that, right? She's not very active, but she's also licensed. Can she do deals as an investor? Any tips and feedback on that? I wish broker Julio was on, but he's out looking at a property this morning. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, I mean, if you're strapped for cash, the best thing to do is, locate some deals and make some money that way, and build up your marketing budget so you can market for properties, and it's a lot quicker process. And then later on, once you've monetized your marketing and you've set some money aside and you still want to be licensed, then you can always do that at that point. But you're right. I mean, typically in California, by the time you go through the schooling, you apply for your exams, you take your exam, you get a sponsoring broker, easily 6 months can go by.
Right. So definitely.
And, you haven't made any money. I mean, you spend all this time getting educated, but all you have is a license. License doesn't get you anything. Once you get licensed, then you have to start from scratch to build up your business. So, you already know how to find leads and stuff like that. Go ahead and do that. In California, if you're in California, I mean, one lead might bring in $10,000. So go ahead and do that, get that process going, get your leads coming in, start making some money, and you can always go ahead and spend some time after that. Once you get your infrastructure all set up and it's ongoing, then you can designate some time, to study and become an agent as you're still doing business. Back to you.
Nice, right? Now, again, if you probably the best when I first got started out in real estate investing, I thought about getting licensed too. I was kind of shopping around. The best real estate recruiter that I had talked to came from a Prudential and a Keller Williams franchise. And I really appreciated how they took the time to sit down with me and lay out a realistic game plan. They itemized the cost that it would entail to get licensed, all of the fees, associated desk fees, everything, right? And the way they laid it out was 90 days, here are the costs, and then you get licensed. Some programs you can get reimbursed. The brokerage will pay for something, as a thank you, or, since you're going to sign and do deals with them anyway. But they're very realistic, and I really appreciated that because they basically said, hey, look, you have to budget for your personal expenses for also 90 days because you won't be able, you technically can't list anything. And so there is an extremely delayed form of gratitude, I guess, is what you would call it. And so pick and choose your battles. If you launch marketing right now, depending on the type of marketing, you can very well do a deal in the next 30 days. It all just depends on your market or your particular territory, right? If you are in our group coaching program, it's $25 a month. We send you leads. You listen to live seller calls, and that's a great way to practice while you get licensed, or figure out the kind of marketing game plan you want to do. So we'll do one last open call for Q&A. Mr. BJ Ward, I did get your email. No worries. You will get the ad on there. And also, just go to learntoinvestforfree.com. I will post links on here where you can click on them and download the exact ads and templates, whatever we cover on these particular sessions. Somebody's asking, Gil, what are other applications for this list of bird dogs that we can monetize and do? BJ says thumbs up. Fantastic. Isn't it funny how some of the logos are giant on Facebook chat? Um, Other ways you can monetize this list, right? If you're a local educator, you can offer them training, product, services, and workshops. Now, please be clear on your business model. Personally, for me, I make money doing deals. I'm not a formal educator. It's not a major pipeline of revenue for us. We're still trying to figure out our sweet spot and how we can balance all that. But you can turn over this list and do deals or partner with a local educator in your area. Okay, they may be interested in buying this list of names from you or sending them workshops. Um, I don't know if Rich Dad Poor Dad has an affiliate program, but most of the major educators do. For example, Phil and Jerry Conti, the guys that were selling the proof of funds and they'll fund your deals type of program. Um, they have affiliate programs where if you show up at their 3 day workshop, they'll pay you for it, right? And so that's other ways that you can do. So you can send an email to this entire list saying, hey, check out this local workshop held by these real estate investors. And because I know you guys are looking for training, and this might be a good training avenue for you. So you can monetize it that way as well, right? Overall, there are some really cool stuff that you can do with it by simply placing this ad on Craigslist. And again, I know you guys are all going on Craigslist already. I just don't. I hope you're going to the right portions and placing the ads where it will count. And yes, again, somebody keeps typing, you will find motivated sellers that way as well, since there are eyeballs looking at it. Josh Cantwell talks about how every person is good for about 5 deals from their immediate warm market and people that they know. So you are capitalizing on that concept, right? Somebody knows somebody that will get you a deal. Dang, just got here. Will there be an encore or replay? James, there will be a replay. Go to learntoinvestforfree.com. All of our replays are posted on that website. Very informative. We'll do a suggested excellent. Please send links for ad. Awesome. What are the best websites to use besides Craigslist to find